The next place is called industry. Today you are going to see slave couples called Mr. and Mrs. Noto. Though we have two categories of slaves. We have both domestic and the plantation slaves. Domestic are those ones that work in the house for their master. The most time domestics are the old ones, the ones that cannot handle the difficulty. They are made to work in the house. Then among the domestics we have the one that we call the wet nurse. Those ones are forced to drop their own children and breastfeed the white babies. So there we are going to see slave couples called Mr. and Mrs. Nuttall. So they are a set of slaves that work for the master in the house. Then they were forced to get married. Then they give birth to more slaves. Then they are slave returning. They came back and then shared their experience to us in Africa. Then here we are going to see a gag slave, how they cover the mouth of those enslaved Africans that work on the plantation. They are not allowed to eat or to talk to one another. So they have to cover their mouth for 18 hours. Then the next place is called abolition. Those are put an end into the trade. Abolitionists. So those are called the abolitionists. So we have the likes of Queen Nani of Ghana origin, Nani that played a strong role in the Maroon Revolution and are fighting led to the foundation of the country called Jamaica. Also we have a woman called Harriet Tubman who rescued more than 1,000 enslaved Africans through the Underground Railroad. Also we have the Dahomey warriors, the Amazons of Dahomey. So they are the ones that end the reign of Oyo in Dahomey. So we have, I'm sure some of us have watched the movie called The Woman King. And also we have a man called Toussaint Louverture who first campaigned against slavery in the year 1791, Santo Domingo Revolution. And also we have the likes of Olaudah Equiano and so on. So those ones are called abolitionists. And then we have the one that we call the integration. Those are the slave returnees. So they are the ones that return from slavery. So we have the likes of Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther, the likes of Candido Jackson Darucha. Also we have the likes of the man we call Cole, Coker, Smith, and so on. And then they brought their experience back to us in Africa. Part of those experiences are called Brazilian architectural design. So we have a church called CMS Church in Lagos, which was built in the year 1859, August 18, 1859. We have a mosque called the Shitabe Central Mosque, and we have a church called the Holy Cross Cathedral. Those are the examples of the Brazilian architectural design. If you go to Brazil, you see that some of the Yoruba cultures, not only in Brazil, if you go to Bahia in Brazil, or Palmares in Brazil, and then in Cuba and Haiti, some of the Yoruba cultures were practiced because some of the Yoruba slaves were taken through Badagry port, then down to those places. Then when they are going, they move down with their cultures and they still preserve the cultures all to the present day. In fact, one of their official language in Brazil today is Yoruba language. So because of the roles the enslaved Africans played in Bahia. And also the next place is called Badagry. So there we have the landmark, the event that took place in Badagry. Before slavery, Badagry happens to be the biggest salt-making industry in the whole of West Africa. So there's a place called Berefu Island. That's the biggest salt-making industry in the whole of West Africa before the place was now converted to point of no return. And also we have different pictures that shows different site attractions in Badagry, like the first story building and so on. And also we have a masquerade called Zangbeto Masquerade. It's used for security and entertainment. And it's a cult, and the cult mentor is called Zanga. And at the same place, we are going to see two pairs of drums called Sato drum. Sato was brought to Badagry in 1543 by a man called Tosabi from the Dahomey Benin Republic. And the drum is used to wipe the cause of stillbirth from Badagry. Yoruba call stillbirth Abiku. So they beat the drum to wipe the cause of stillbirth from Badagry, and it's only beaten by orphans with a stick called Agida. So you see they dance around the drum and then jump and hit the drum. So the drum does not have any stress. It's just for them to bless Badagry community. And then we have the Badagry native occupations like the mite weaving, basket weaving, boat carving, fishing, and then coconut is one of the major occupations in Badagry because they first plant coconuts in Badagry in the year 1876 at a place called Tokpo Island by the Roman Catholic missionaries. And also we have a street in Badagry in 1889 and Badagry in 2019. Badagry before and Badagry now. So Badagry division cover from here, from Semeboda down to Ajegunle, representing the Ajerome Ifelodun. Once again, I want to welcome you to Badagry Heritage Museum. My name is Undein Isaac Homayisin. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So let's go.